What is up, everybody? You says Archangel here, aka Archangel Prodigy, bringing you guys a rare Destiny gameplay. Now you asking yourself, why is Insane Archangel playing Destiny? Well, a new DLC came out, House of Wolves. I figured I'd give my 2 cents on what I think of it so far. Starting off with the missions and story, it's more of the same. Now, there isn't much of a story to House of Wolves, much like the rest of the game. Besides King Watch, you don't really get to go anywhere new outside of the Reef Hub, which does look cool. I really like the design of the Reef Hub. There's a new strike, which I think is fun as shit. Talk about that in a minute. But to continue about the missions, even though the story is pretty much non-existent, the missions are actually pretty fun. I played all the missions on the hardest setting solo, and it was cakewalk. For the most part, all you're doing is tracking down and capturing an Archon priest who not only betrayed the Woken Queen, but is on a tear, doing things pretty amazing, like using Vex technology. But the best mission was the final mission and one before, where you get to go through the first part of the Vault of Glass. Now back to the new strike. I like what they did with it. It's a lot more fun and interesting than the other strikes. Darkglow strike is my favorite strike before this one, but now this is my favorite strike. It's way more dynamic than any other strike in the game, as in there's a lot going on. There's a lot more things that's taking place in it. You're facing the boss multiple times. It was hella fun. You know, they added something called the Arena. I played it. It's called the Prison of the Elders Arena. I played it a few times, not a lot. It's kind of quick, like a quick horror mode. It's alright. Not better than having a raid, I can tell you that much, but it is fun. It's very grindy as anything else in this game. There's multiple levels to it. There's a 28, a 32, a 34, and a 35. And each one is progressively harder as it goes on as you play them, and each one changes per week other than 35, which always stays the same. A quick rundown of what was added besides what was already mentioned. There's also, I think, about 60 new pieces of gear, 14 new weapons, added some new ships that look pretty cool. Different ways of obtaining gear. You can upgrade old gear to be equal to the base level gear, and upgrade weapons to be equal to the new base weapon levels. You can exchange rare materials like Ascendant Shards, Most of Light, or any other kind of Ascendant material for Most of Light, or money if you want to go that route. They finally gave the Vanguard new gear, which is gear worth playing for. So now you can actually go to the Vanguard and say, hey, this is actually pretty good gear. I want to get this gear so I can make my character better levels. If you're like in your 20s or you're trying to get to 33 or 34, you can finally go to the Vanguard, just buy their gear, and be almost there. They added Trials of Osiris, which kind of works the same way as Iron Banner works, as in you have to get a certain number of wins and gain XP in order to get gear and weapons. Like Iron Banner, weapons and armor matter. If you're 33 going to 34, they have better defense than you do. If you're using a 331 weapon and someone else using a 365 weapon, a 365 weapon will destroy your weapon pretty easily unless you have actual gun skill. But unlike Iron Banner, this is Trials of Osiris is only on skirmish only map, and it's only on one map per week. It's mostly a very team-oriented game mode. Teamwork is key, communication is key. You gotta play smart, you gotta have strategy. If you don't, well, you won't be very successful and you won't win games. Now you ask the question, does it require gun skill though? Any game requires some level of gun skill to an extent. This game doesn't require a lot of gun skill, just team skill. There are issues with weapon balancing, so that kind of kills the gun skill requirement, mainly the Thorn. Yeah, the Thorn is a thorn on people's side, to use that joke, that moniker. It has taken over the Trials of Osiris. It destroys people so fast. You only need 2 shots to kill someone. It hits like a miniature sniper rifle. It has gotten to a point where all you go up against in Trials is teams using just Thorn. So if you aren't ready for it, you might just get fucked up. Now Bungie is rumored to be coming up with the third nerf of the Thorn, as there are stats that developers keep in order to track how weapons perform, how weapons are being used, and gamer feedback, as well as getting to Bungie's head and telling them they need to nerf this gun. Thorn isn't almighty though. It's a pain in the ass, and the fact that every game you can get a team using nothing but it. The last word can outrange it and will fuck up a Thorn user with a headshot. Also, Red Death, aka the Retro Lancer, seems to also counter the Thorn and deal some damage itself. The Vex also is a better weapon to use against a Thorn when you're in a close range battle. I used Thorn in this gameplay mainly because I was trying to do a Crucible bounty where I had to get certain number of kills with a handgun. Using any other handgun outside of Last Word would have been suicide. I didn't use Last Word because I've got to take it off my other characters. off that and more about trials, you can't have a single loss on your card in order to get into the lighthouse, which is where you go to find a special chest that give you things somebody else can get unless they win 9 straight games with no losses. If you come up short, though, there are some rewards like getting a 5 wins to get you an armor piece, 7 wins will get you legendary package, 8 wins will get you a better legendary package, will get you a chance to get an exotic. Overall, I think it's a decent expansion in terms of gameplay, but it blows in terms of content. At least it doesn't deserve $20. Maybe $10-15. I can understand that, but again, budget fails with the story aspect. You get through it so fast, you don't feel like you got your money's worth. Since you're just going through the same location, it's just in reverse. There is no sense of enjoying new surroundings. Trials can be fun, but the random bullshit can ruin it. You can ignore random bullshit multiplayer. But since the stipulations are so high for trials, the random bullshit is really annoying. As you see in this gameplay, I show you a clip where I use my super on 2 people, and they're in the range, and they take literally just no damage from it. So bullshit happens a lot, and it's just the stipulations are so high, it makes you not want to play. Now, besides this, the annoying bullshit, there's issues like player disconnects, the thorn, as I mentioned, people place downs, aka just sitting back sniping, lag being the biggest issue. We had a game where it was a 4-4 even game. I didn't mention it, but Trials is based on 5 rounds. The person who gets the most kills with those 5 rounds is one who wins 5 rounds is one who wins. The difference is just if you're getting the most kills within that time, within those 5 rounds, whoever wins the most rounds is one who wins. If that makes sense to you. But it was a 4-4 even game. We won 4 rounds, the other team won 4 rounds. We was about to win, and the game started lagging really bad. The guy was teleporting over the place, ended up getting final kill because you couldn't see him. He was teleporting. Maybe he was the last switch. Maybe it was just Destiny bullshit. There's another game where we was winning 4-0, so that's 4 rounds to 0. And then what happened after that was someone got disconnected. Disconnections counts as a loss. Yes, disconnections count as a loss. Now you'll think that that's a smart idea in case someone decides to quit. Yeah, but what if they disconnect because of a connection issue, because of Destiny, because of their connection itself? It's kind of like a fucked up thing. And even if you have a boon, that still counts as a loss. So the team was getting its ass beat. We got a free win over Destiny's disconnect issues. So we got kicked out. We all got disconnected. It was pretty much just over it there. The team who was losing 4-0 ended up getting a win because our team got disconnected. That's just my opinion. I probably won't be putting too much into Destiny. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it's something that I'll play if I'm taking a break from other things. I'd much rather put time into Witcher 3. I just got Elder Scrolls Online, so I'll probably put some time into that too. There's other games coming out this year that we'll probably put a lot of time into. I'll try to play a little more Destiny. I do want to do Prison of Elders and beat Skolas. So we'll see what happens. I might not stream it too much. If I do, you'll find out about it. But if I'm on it and you want a game, hit me up. Thanks for watching, people. As always, I hope you all have a good day. Hit all those buttons to help support the channel, or hit the dislike button, or ignore this video, whichever you choose to do. Peace out.
You have to use it. Right there. Fuck off me. Yeah, just rush him. Just rush him.
You've got match point, Guardian. Any.
Ah, missed. Idiot. Yeah, that filled for you, buddy. Rage quit. Rage quit. Rage quit. Rage quit. Surprise. Rage quit. Collat, lat. Collat, glat, lat, 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 lat.